Have you ever felt like your mind is too full, so full of worries, fears, and what-ifs that there's no space left for peace? What if I told you the secret to clarity isn't adding more, it's learning how to be empty? In a small city, surrounded by the noise of traffic, deadlines, and constant notifications, lived a young woman named Clara. On the outside, she looked fine. Good job, good friends, a decent apartment. But inside, her mind was like a crowded room where everyone was shouting at once. Her past mistakes haunted her. Her future responsibilities scared her. Every night she would lie awake, replaying old conversations or imagining disasters that hadn't even happened. And so, even though she had everything to live a good life, she felt like she was drowning in thoughts. One morning, after another sleepless night, Clara walked to work with heavy steps. On the way, she passed a quiet little tea shop she had never noticed before. Something about it pulled her in. Inside, the shelves were lined with jars of herbs. The air smelled of jasmine and mint. Behind the counter stood an elderly woman, calm as still water. Clara ordered tea and sat down, hoping the warmth might calm her nerves. The old woman soon joined her at the table. She looked at Clara's tired face and asked gently, "My dear, why do your eyes look so heavy?" Clara sighed. "Because my mind never stops. I think too much about everything. I just want peace." The woman smiled knowingly and said, "Then stay a little longer. I'll show you something." She brought out a small teapot and an empty cup. Without a word, she began to pour. The tea rose higher, higher, until it reached the brim, but the woman didn't stop. The tea overflowed, spilling onto the table. Clara jumped back. "Wait, it's full. Stop pouring." The woman looked at her calmly and asked, "And isn't that what your mind is like? Always full. Full of worries, regrets, fears. No space left for peace." Clara stared at the overflowing cup, speechless. The woman continued, "If you want clarity, you must empty the cup. Only then can something new, something calm, enter your life." That night, Clara thought about the lesson, but she wondered, how do you empty your mind? The next day, she tried. While riding the bus, instead of scrolling through her phone, she simply looked outside. She noticed the way the morning sun touched the rooftops, how a child laughed as he ran to school. At work, when her thoughts began to spiral, she paused, took a slow breath, and focused only on the task in front of her. No past, no future, just now. It wasn't easy. Her thoughts tried to flood back in, just like the tea overflowing. But little by little, she learned to notice them and let them go. Weeks passed. Clara started to change. Her co-workers noticed she was calmer, more focused. Her friends noticed she laughed more, smiled more. One evening, walking home, she passed the same tea shop. She stepped inside again, and the old woman was there. Clara bowed her head slightly and said, "I think I understand now. I can't stop the world from being noisy. I can't erase the past or control the future. But I can keep my cup empty. And in that emptiness, I find peace." The woman simply nodded, poured her another cup of tea, this time without spilling a drop. And maybe, my friend, Clara's story is also your story. Maybe your mind feels too full, too heavy. But remember, the answer isn't to add more, it's to let go. When you live fully in the present, when you notice the little details of now, the storm begins to quiet. The cup empties. And in that emptiness, there is space for peace, clarity, and even joy. So the next time your thoughts overflow, remember the lesson of the tea. You don't have to fix everything. You just have to create space for peace to enter. If this story touched you, share it with someone whose mind feels too heavy right now. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that bring clarity, peace, and hope to your life. Until next time, keep your cup light, Keep your mind open and let peace flow in.